Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm an online part-time clothing reseller, which means I go buy used clothing at thrift stores and I resell it on eBay, mostly, sometimes Poshmark, not today, that hasn't been in a while. I have 4 items that I am shipping out. It was a total gross sales amount of $118.97, and stick around to the end to see if I hit my profit goal for the day. I do have a daily profit goal of $67. So this is tap out. I don't know what that means. It is like a burnout shirt. So if you don't know what burnout is, it is kind of looks like some of the fabric is just worn away. Like it looks really worn, but it's done on purpose. So this actually has some glitter on it, some lace. I looked it up when I saw it in the thrift store because I was like, that's one of those things. It could be something or it could be absolutely nothing. I remember it being something and having a pretty decent, like a good sell-through rate. So I don't remember exactly, but I remember what was sold was more than what was listed. However, late last night, all these old items sold yesterday. Late last night when I was looking it up, because I was like, oh yeah, that had a really good sell-through rate. It didn't. There were 2 listed and just my one that was sold. So I don't know what that means. I think sometimes when you look things up in the store, it's different when you get home. I don't know why that is, but it does seem to be true for me more than once. When I search it on Terapeak, it has a 3% sell-through rate and a $15.98 average sale price. When I look things up on Terapeak, that's through my eBay store. So if you have an eBay store, you have access to Terapeak. It's just in your like seller hub under research, I believe. So you can look up anything. I haven't figured out how to use it on mobile, and I don't know that you can use it on mobile, but when I search, when I'm just shopping, I go to the eBay app. You can use whatever app that you are most comfortable using. If you sell mostly on Poshmark, use that. I search the item. Where's my heater? Sorry, it's cold, so I have to leave my heater on. So I searched the item. So here I would have searched tap out, burnout, t-shirt. I will look at how many are listed, and then I will filter to usually used and then usually sold, or always sold. I take a look at how many have been sold. I'm sorry? I know. I will look at how many have sold, and then I will divide that by the number of how many have sold and how many have been listed in the last 90 days. And then that's the sell-through rate, whatever that percentage is. Not everybody does it the same on YouTube, and I don't care how people do it. I'm just telling you how I do it. So when I say something has, a 50% sell-through rate, that's gonna look like there are, I don't know, however many, 10 items listed and 10 items sold. That's gonna look like 50% to me. That tap out shirt sold for $28.02. So that, I feel like whatever I saw in the thrift store was on target with what actually happened in my real life versus what Terapeak was telling me this morning. Sold in about 2 months. I bought it, it was in a clearance section at a local thrift store that I don't go to very often, that benefits like our Humane Society or something. I spent $2.50, my profit $17.61. I do aim for about $15 per item in profit. Of course, I want higher, always, doesn't everyone? But that's kind of my minimum that I aim for. There are always exceptions to that rule, but I feel like that compensates my time well. All right, that is Torrid. Size 2, Torrid is a plus size brand, so size 2 is a 2X. This is a little dress. It's like a tiered dress, so it looks like here's a section, here's a section. It has a little flutter sleeve, this really pretty, I don't know, royal blue, and then this pastel, it has like a pastel-y, not even pastel, it's like a neutral flower. It's like beige and tan flower. It's really pretty. This sold really fast. And it has a really good sell-through rate. So I just searched torrid dress tiered and knee length, because this is the length of this one. And it's a $21 average sale price, but an 88% sell-through rate. That's insane to me. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know, there's not many things that are above 50%, like at all. I am super happy if I find things over 25%. So 88% is amazing. Mine sold for $28.40. It sold in less than a month. I bought it at, we don't have a Salvation Army store in our town. So the Salvation Army Church has a rummage sale multiple times a year. It's a bag sale, so my cost of goods is always very low, and I usually find some pretty great things there. My cost of goods was 67 cents, my average. And my profit was $17.07. And I'm sticky. All right, this one I think I'm gonna tell you about and then box up later because I'm gonna have to lint roll the heck out of it. This is the brand Joss A Bank. It's Joseph A Bank, right? It's like a navy blue sport coat, suit coat, blazer, and I'm just trying to show you. I don't need to show you, but it's camel hair. So this brand of camel hair sport coats has a 21% sell-through rate and an average sale price of $40.51. Mine sold for $42.55 in 8 months. It's not great. I actually came across, so this sold like late last night, and yesterday morning I went thrifting, and I have 2 camel hair sport coats in my store that hadn't sold, and I came across another one and I was like, oh, it's so nice, it's pretty, and and I was like, no, haven't sold them. And then this one sold last night. Like, if I haven't sold 2, what makes me think I'm gonna sell a 3rd? I don't know. So I left that one and then I sold one. I don't know. It's not worth going back to the store to pick up that that particular jacket, if it's even there. Let's see, did I tell you? I bought it at the bins, the Goodwill outlet. So it is heavier. You pay by the pound at the bin. So my average cost was probably around, or my actual cost was probably around $3, almost $4. My average, I don't know, I average stuff weird sometimes when I go to the Goodwill outlet. I have it written as $4.46. So my profit's $22.76 on that, which is great. This was not so great. This is the brand Moth. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it says Moth. All right. This is a cardigan. It's an Anthropologie brand. Thankfully, this is one I did not pay very much for, but it has ruffles all down here. Really big, like, patch pockets, like kind of droopy. This feels very droopy. I don't know. It's okay. It has cashmere in it. It's nothing to be excited about. Like, truly nothing to be excited about. Oh, and it has quite a bit of pilling right there. Ah. Okay, well, let's take care of that. So Moth cardigans have an average sale price of $24.73 and a sell-through rate of 15%, which is, you know, sometimes when I see Anthropologie brands, I get really excited and I pay more than I should because I don't see Anthropologie around where I live very often. And thankfully I did not spend very much. I bought this at a half-off sale at a thrift store in another town, about, I don't know, 40 minutes away from me, that I go occasionally on their half-off sale because I find things like anthropology cardigans. Mine sold for $20. Like, that's what they paid for the item plus the shipping. And honestly, this is just, it doesn't look great. Like, it's just, it looks worn. It doesn't look happy. I've had this for 14 months. I paid $2.50 for it. Sold for $20. My profit is $9.01. Am I like excited about that? No. Am I happy that I didn't lose money? Yes. Because when I accepted a very low offer on it this morning, yeah, I think that this one was this morning. I was like, I'm gonna lose money on that because I sometimes pay too much for anthropology brands. So I was very thankful that I didn't spend a bunch of money on it. All right, so the question is, did I reach my goal? My goal is $76 every day. I'm really hoping I didn't already tell you this, but I probably did. I know I've said it in other videos, but my profit goal is $2,000 a month, which is $67 a day. 1,000 of that hopefully goes into my family's budget, 500 back into the business, and 500 into savings for taxes because this is taxable income. I'm not a tax professional, so unfortunately I can't get any advice on that other than it's taxable income. My profit today was $66.45. I'm gonna call that a win. Thanks so much for joining me. I always appreciate you just hanging out with me. It's so much fun sharing my little treasures that I find and get to sell. It's a super fun little, I almost said hobby, but I really try and treat this like a business, but it's a really fun side hustle, that's for sure, and something that I enjoy doing from home with my kids and with you. So thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you leave me a comment. I don't have a question, but say hey. I love chatting in the comments. That's one of my favorite parts of this. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't. I try to upload all my shipping videos at 8 p.m. every night, Monday through Saturday. So I'll see you soon.